Employee monitoring is the act of employers surveying employee activity through different surveillance methods. Organizations engage in employee monitoring for different reasons, such as to track performance, to avoid legal liability, to protect trade secrets, and to address other security concerns. This practice may impact employee satisfaction due to its impact on the employee's privacy. Among organizations, the extent and methods of employee monitoring differ. Due to the use of company computers, telephones, workspaces, and software, employers can have access to the daily activities of their employees. These devices are used to monitor the organization's employees. Common methods of monitoring include software monitoring, telephone tapping, video surveillance, email monitoring, and location monitoring. Software monitoring can occur if employees use company computers for their work. Companies often utilize employee monitoring software that allows them to track what their employees are doing on the computers. Data that may be tracked can include typing speed, mistakes, applications used, and what specific keys are pressed. Telephone tapping can be used to recover employees' phone call details and conversations. These can be recorded during monitoring. The number of calls, the duration of each call, and the idle time between calls can all go into an automatic log for analysis by the company. Video surveillance can provide video feed of employee activities that are passed through to a central location where they are monitored live by another person. These can be recorded and stored for future reference, which some believe is the most accurate way to monitor employees. This is a benefit because it provides an unbiased method of performance evaluation and prevents the interference of a manager's feelings in an employee's review. Management can review the performance of an employee by checking the surveillance to detect and potentially prevent problems. Email monitoring gives employers the ability to look at email messages sent or received by their employees. Emails can be viewed and recovered even if they had been previously deleted. In the United States, the Electronic Communications Privacy Act provides some privacy protections regarding monitoring of employees' email messages and other electronic communications. See Electronic Communications Privacy Act #employee privacy. Location monitoring can occur and be used for employees that do not work in a static location. Supervisors may choose to track their location. Common examples of companies that use location monitoring are delivery and transportation industries. In some of these cases, the employee monitoring is incidental as the location is tracked for other purposes that can help improve customer satisfaction. Employees' phone call details and conversations can be recorded during monitoring. The number of calls, the duration of each call, and the idle time between calls can all go into an automatic log for analysis by the company. Key logging, or keystroke logging, is a process that records the keys a user is typing on the keyboard in order. These programs can also capture screenshots when triggered by predefined keywords. Some see it as violating workplace privacy, and it's also notorious for being used with malicious intent. Loggers collect and store passwords, bank account information, private messages, credit card numbers, PIN numbers, and usernames. Employee monitoring often is in conflict with employees' privacy. Monitoring collects work-related activities, but it can also collect employees' personal information that is not linked to their work. Monitoring in the workplace may put employers and employees at odds because both sides are trying to protect personal interests. Employees want to maintain their privacy while employers want to ensure company resources aren't misused. In any case, companies can maintain ethical monitoring policies by avoiding indiscriminate monitoring of employees' activities. The employee needs to understand what is expected of them, while the employer needs to establish that rule. With employee monitoring, there are many guidelines that one must follow and put in place to protect the company and the individual. Some following cases are ones that have shaped the certain rules and regulations that are in effect today. For instance, in Canada, it is illegal to perform invasive monitoring, such as reading an employee's emails, unless it can be shown that it is a necessary precaution and there are no other alternatives. In Maryland, Everyone in the conversation must give consent before the conversation can be recorded. The state of California requires that the monitored conversations have a beep at certain intervals. Or there must be a message informing the caller that the conversations may be recorded. However, this does not inform the company representative which calls are being recorded. All employers must create a comprehensive